and the economic background of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a special administrative region of China located on the southern coast near the South China Sea. It was a British colony from 1842 until 1997, when it was handed back to China under the One Country Two Systems framework, which promised a high degree of autonomy for 50 years. Hong Kong doesn't have a capital city, as it is a small region made up of Hong Kong Island, Kowloon Peninsula and the New Territories.
Today, Hong Kong is a major global financial center renowned for its stock exchange, banking sector and thriving trade industry. It is also famous for iconic skyline, busy harbour and a unique cultural blend of Chinese traditions and British colonial influences. In recent years, however, Hong Kong has faced political challenge, particularly with the pro-democracy protests and increased influence from Beijing. Despite this tension, it continues to be an influential city on the global stage, both economically and culturally.
Closer look at Hong Kong's unemployment rate from 2016 to 2023 and its implication on inflation. From 2016 to 2019, the unemployment rate remained low, averaging around 3%, which indicates its healthy labour market. Low unemployment often increases the consumer spending, boosting its demand for goods and supply. However, this can lead to moderate inflation if the supply can keep up with the demand. In 2020, the unemployment rate spiked sharply to 5.81%. This was mainly caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted many businesses, especially in sectors like tourism and retail, and reduced global economic activity. High unemployment likely reduce consumer spending, lowering demand and putting downward pressure on inflation. As the recovery began in 2015, the unemployment rate fell to 5.17% and continued to improving to 4.32% in 2022 and 3.93% in 2023. This decline reflects economic stabilization, government stimulus measures, and businesses gradually resuming operations. As unemployment decreases, consumer spending recovers. This potentially contributing to inflation recovers if demand exceeds supply. There are several factors that influence the unemployment rates, such as economic growth, government policies, and global events. In summary, changes in unemployment rate not only reflect the health of the labour market, but also have significant impact on inflation and also overall economic stability. Hong Kong's recent trends shows a path of recovery, though challenges like global economic uncertainties remain.
So next we move to the gross domestic product income approach for Hong Kong. The provided figure illustrates the GDP of Hong Kong, measured using the income approach from 2019 to 2023 in billion units. The income approach breaks GDP into components such as wages and salaries, insurance, profits and taxes. In 2019, the GDP stood at 360.07 billion, decreasing slightly to 344.94 billion in 2020, likely reflecting economic impact. It rebounds in 2021, reaching 368.95 billion, followed by a minor decline to 358.98 billion in 2022. By 2023, GDP shows a recovery climbing to 380.81 billion. This fluctuation highlights economic strength influenced by internet and external factors over the year.
The nominal GDP's product approach in 2021 is $2,745,846, while declining during the 2022 by $2,735,415. It is because the 2021 and 2022 GDP's figures show how unstable Hong Kong economics was during this time. The difficulties in 2022 took over the strong recovery in 2021, exposing the economic's recovery at the risk in the context of ongoing worldwide instability. Concentrates on the expanding its core industry will be essential for the long-term sustainable growth as it continues to the deals such as barrier. as the city is working to stabilize and expand its economies in the post-pandemic age. The results shown by the commercial activities and the financial service will be critical.
And today I will give you a quick overview of Hong Kong's economy, focusing on 4 key areas, which is consumption, investment, government spending, and net export. For the first one is consumption. Hong Kong high GDP per capita supports strong consumer spending, especially on luxury goods and services. However, challenges like the pandemic have impacted retail and tourism, while e-commerce remains a growing sector. Second, investment. As a global financial hub, Hong Kong attracts significant foreign direct investment. Key projects include smart city development, green energy, and major infrastructure like the Hong Kong-Zhuhai Machao Bridge. Third, government spending. The government focused on public services like housing, healthcare, and education. Stimulus package during the pandemic supported business and economic recovery. Fourth, net export. A global trade hub, Hong Kong excels in re-export, connecting China and the world. Electronic and machinery dominate exports through trade face challenge from global tension. In summary, Hong Kong's economy thrives on consumer spending, investment, efficient governance, and global trade, adapting to challenge while staying resilient.
How Hong Kong addresses inflation. Monetary policy. HKMA align interest rate with the US Fed to ensure currency stability, subsidize housing, electricity, and transport, subsidize years of living pressures. Supply management, encourage imports of essential goods to stabilize price. How Hong Kong tackles employment, job creation, infrastructure investment generate employment. Training program, upskilling initiative align workforce skills with market demands. Business support, financial relief helps company to retain and hire workers. How Hong Kong as a problem-solving economy. Governance, swift policy adaptation address challenges. Resilience, balance inflation control and employment stability. Forward thinking, focus on innovation and sustainable growth. Conclusion, Hong Kong's proactive policies ensure a strong, stable economy. Thank you.
In conclusion, analyzing Hong Kong GDP through the income, expenditure and production approaches highlights significant contribution from wages, consumption and key factors like finance and trade. To tackle challenges such as market volatility, global trade shift, and income inequality, the government has implemented measures including stimulus packages to boost domestic demands, investment in infrastructure and innovation to diversify the economy and social welfare programs to support vulnerable groups. This effort aims to strengthen economic resilience and sustain Hong Kong's position as a leading global financial hub.